I'm Matthew Miller, and I'm here to talk to you about the Top 1000 website. We thought we'd start with a quick introduction and how to use it. So we're going to start with the list right now. If you hit that, you can find the choice for the full list, which takes you, as you might expect, to the full 2018 Top 1000 list. And you can scroll down here, you can see the top 10 on the first page, and you can hit to scroll through the next page and onward that way. If you return to the top of the page, you'll see that there's also a pull-down menu for the year on the left side there, where you could choose from 2018. There you go. If you choose by year. This is, I think, something that gets forgotten. We've been doing this survey since 2004, so it's actually really a pretty massive repository of data on how brands have performed. That said, it's not too easy to click on 2011 and see how a brand is done. That's not very much fun. So the best way to interact with this is to use some of the brand performance and analysis functions. So let's go back to the home page, please, and we'll just click on Samsung. We'll just give you a glimpse of this now, and then later we'll go into some more detail on the brand performance. But this is the basic functionality. You can filter by a brand there on the main menu, and you get their performance dating back to 2004. So you can see that Samsung had a very steady rise up until 2012, which coincidentally was the year I joined here, and has been the #1 brand ever since. We tend to consider the Top 1000 like a very serious research tool, and it is that, but it's also kind of fun. And I can vouch for that because I was playing with it with my wife and son last night, and they were kind of getting into it for a while. They were plugging in brands that they care about as consumers and seeing how they performed. So here I am. I'm going to show you a couple of more ways that we have to allow you to do that. So earlier we were analyzing a single brand, and we're going to start at that point again. So if when my colleague catches up here, would you type in Marriott as the main brand there? So we type in Marriott and we hit return, and that will call up the page that's devoted to Marriott. But now the cool thing is you can actually just add in other brands from this spot. If you go into that search bar right there, and let's just add Ritz-Carlton, and yeah, well, let's go ahead and maybe we'll add Holiday Inn as well, just for kicks. Very good. And you hit analyze, and then that brings up the graph of obviously those 3 brands over the last 14 years. So kind of a fun way to group a group of your competitors, or perhaps your agency's clients' competitors against each other, and see how they're doing. There's another way to get at this feature, which is right in the main menu of the site, where you can just choose from brand performance and select compare 2 brands, and that you can actually compare 2 or more. You can add as many as you like, but this will get you into the same basic functionality that we just used. So then, continuing on that brand performance menu, the next item is the category comparisons. So to analyze by category. So what we've done here is for each of the top level categories, the master categories in the survey, we've pulled out, I think, the top 5 performers. So if you just select from that menu, you'll get, I don't care what you select, just pick one. You'll get the top 5 in that category and see how they have done. And then finally on that, yeah, go ahead, demonstrate another one, that's fine. All right, and then the final thing on that list under brand performance is something that we spend a fair amount of time on, the brand rivalries. So a couple of years ago, we picked out some of the sort of long-standing rivalries that go on, and we decided to dig a little bit deeper into them. So in addition to getting the performance and the ranking for each of the brands over the last 14 years, when you click on one of these, you also get a little bit of the history, especially as it pertains to Asia. So for each of the brands, we've gone through and chosen like a data point or an event or an achievement that they made in each particular year and highlighted that with some pictures. And it's just kind of fun to go through the history of these things. And you can use this little slider to back up, reverse time, and go through that.